Redneck Garage. Be a little intro video to the channel. This is my 2007 classic LBZ Duramax. Here in front of me is the engine out of it. It is a fully built Duramax, LML block. Yeah. Little backstory is I bought it back in 2017. Got rid of my LML for it. I had a couple performance parts on it when I bought it. That's part of the reason why I went ahead and opted on this one. It has spiraled out of control from there. I had it maybe a month, 2 months. It already had tunes and stuff in like that. Went ahead and changed tunes, put a lift pump on it. It had an aftermarket turbo, went ahead and put a different turbo on it. Put a fixed vane on it versus the VGT that was on it. And then put the dual fueler kit on it, built trans in it. Then I cracked a piston in it shortly after that, like within the month, on stock injectors. And then we picked up a LML out of a CP4 failure truck. It was one that I got stupid cheap, good deal, and it worked. Made great power. It made on the S467.7 from Fleece with a 250 shot of nitrous. It made 933 on horsepower, and I believe it was like 16 something torque. That was over this last summer. Drove it home, drove it to the show, did that, drove it home. Then we took it racing after that. We had issues. We had a S475 on it at that time. Had issues with it spooling, and ended up getting it to spool decent, not how I wanted it to. Didn't have any nitrous or anything like that to help out. Ended up, best it ran was an 11.9 with like a 2.6 60 foot. It was trash. Ended up letting loose, broke, I believe it was piston number 8, 6, and 5. 8 burned a hole, 6 and 5 had cracks. They all let loose right about 1,000 foot, and then it was like 2 months later we had another race coming up, and I had done a little trash talking, so I needed to have my engine ready to go. So pulled some strings, got the engine done, built, got it back together. It's still LML block. Pretty much everything else is LBZ on it. Put it in the truck, rushed it a little bit on some parts, which is we're going to change now at this pull out, this rebuild. And the rings never set. So I'm going to take you guys on the journey with me on a teardown of this engine down to the short block so I can get it dropped back off to the builder, and then some little tinkering around with the actual truck to try to make it a little bit more track friendly but still be streetable. And you know, if we ever take a trip down to Mexico or whatever, I can still hook up decent like that on the street down in Mexico. So yeah, we'll go from there. So a little oversight on the truck itself. It is a 2007 crew cab short bed. Has for it a fully built motor that we will tear down, a fully built trans, just freshened up, a grizzly locker in the rear. It body has, I believe it's 240, maybe 250. I don't remember. I don't pay attention. Everything has been gone through besides the front diff. So we'll see how long it holds on. It has a full kryptonite front end. Has a red-headed gearbox, precision triple disc converter, a 3000 stall with the billet stator, Excalibur kit. I believe it's the XX kits, the higher horsepower kit. I mean, we've did the lower horsepower kit because, you know, people say they make what they make, and then they're fine with the lower horsepower kit, but we burned up some clutches. It's got a Inglewood C3 cooler kit on it, PPE cooler. I mean, other than that, man, it's just a basic truck. Odometer gauges, edge, switch, DHD alley locker. DHD, shout out to them. Great parts, great products. Any little knick-knack stuff you need to find, they have it. As far as like doing the LML bottom end swap into the truck, when I did it as a stock short block, DHD, little knick-knack stuff I never thought I would find that I needed, they had it. So that was cool. Really appreciate them. Got more parts for them coming, for the truck. And the next video will, it's got Flight Fab limiting straps for drag racing. So as you can see, all the oil from the blow-by, that is why we pulled the engine back out, unfortunately. So in the next video, we will have a time lapse of tearing it down to a short block, and we'll see what happens there.